Orale. Shout outs to all my wrestling junkies, wrestling rehab. Total Trucker here for wrestling rehab. Just gonna do a quick one here. Hang on a second. Let me get right. Shout outs to my boy Pablo from the LA Times and my boy Cricket from Incredible Javier. They are my brothers in arms. There you are, Cricket. Yeah, bring Sasha back. Okay, man, let's go ahead and let's get into. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Okay. All right. So I got a few minutes, not too much. Anybody wants to hit the link, jump on. I only got about 30 minutes though. But I want to go ahead and talk about look, there's major changes coming. Okay. Um, as we all heard, this past Raw was already pre-written by Vince. Even though there's some reports that said like, hey, you know what? Triple H went ahead and kind of modified a couple of things, right? So it's like, all right, cool, whatever. I I believe that probably SmackDown, Vince's hand is all over that as well. The SmackDown coming up before SummerSlam, which is fine. To me personally, I think after SummerSlam is when we're really going to start seeing Triple H and Stephanie do their thing. I think everything right now, because it's leading up to a major pay-per-view, that being SummerSlam, I don't think they're really changing much. I'm sure they're doing a little bit here and there, but not much, right? There's only so much you can do. You've already been, you know, advertising one of your biggest events of the year, that being SummerSlam, to just immediately just start making some changes. So I think changes are going to start happening after SummerSlam. Like I said, it seemed like Raw, according to reports, that Raw that was already written, and I truly believe that SmackDown, they're not gonna mess with it too much either, man. But I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about a couple of wrestlers, a couple of talent that that are in reports, man, to possibly coming back. Um, whether that says that they had beef with Vince or not, I don't know, man. A couple of them said yes. Somebody like John Moxley, also known as Dean Ambrose, he said that Vince was the problem. So that's one guy right there that they're talking about possibly looking to bring back. That changes the game, Holmes. That changes the game. Okay, but it's not just him. Okay, some of these, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Some of these I don't even really care. Some of these they should not bring back. Okay. Oh, look, like this one right here, right? Tessa Blachard. Okay. Not too many people know who she is. She never really made a name for herself. Um, she went over to Impact, and she's not with Impact anymore. She's down in Mexico. There's, I don't know, man. Triple H, they're looking at possibly bringing her back. She didn't really make a name for herself in the WWE. Nobody knows who she is. Whatever. I don't even care, dog, whether they bring her or don't bring her. Um, Here's one, the Revival. Now, when the Revival made it up to the main roster, let's see, Tessa is huge in other promotions. She'll be a big star. I don't know, Javi. I don't know about that, dog. Um, I'm not sure if she will. And there was, things about, oh man, some sort of racist remarks that she made, and hopefully that's nothing. I really don't know what it is, but I just the way that she left Impact, it was just like it's I don't know, man. She just seems like a diva. Like she's just full of problems. But well, we'll see. The Revival. I'll tell you this: the Revival were pretty big in NXT, right? Once they made it to the main roster, it was it was a pretty big bump, right? They got a pretty good pop, but that was about it. It just kind of died out afterwards, right? Everyone was excited to see them make it to the main roster. That was cool. Firme, all right. They didn't do much after that. Now, I'm not one of these people that just go and blame Vince for everything. You know, when people like certain wrestlers, immediately it's like, oh, it's because they weren't booked right. Oh, it's because they were never given a push. Oh, it's because, you know, I look, there's blame for both parties. There's blame to go around. Right? When Steve Austin first came in, he came in as the ringmaster. And look what he became. I mean, there's blame to go around all over the place. The Revival, I'm gonna tell you guys this, man. I don't really care too much about them, but would I like to see them back? Yes. And here's why, Holmes. The tag team division is suffering. It is suffering. The Revival is a true tag team. It's not just getting two superstars and putting them together and orale, there you go. Nah, chale, they're an actual tag team. So I would like to see them back. Not that I'm a big fan of theirs, but I definitely like to see them back, man, to add to the tag team roster. Here's one that's a little far-fetched, and I don't think it's gonna happen. CM Punk. And I didn't just make up this list. Okay, I got this off the report of Wrestling Hub. So I'm not just picking and choosing here. I actually got this list from a source. CM Punk, I think that's pretty far fetched, man. Yeah, Javi, that's the thing, big dog. I don't see it happening. I think maybe Triple H is willing to work with CM Punk, but I don't think CM Punk's having that, dog. I don't think it is, man. That one's pretty far fetched. So, you know, whatever with that one. But speaking of CM Punk, another one is AJ Lee. AJ Lee, who right now I believe works with Women of Wrestling. I believe she works with WOW. Javi, if you know anything about that, let me know, dog. I think she works with Women of Wrestling. She does a couple of things over there. Not that she's an in-ring talent, but I think she works behind the scenes doing something over there. Looking to bring her back. I don't really care for her too much. I never thought she was that good. I thought she was okay, but where the talent of the women are at today, oh man, I don't know if she can keep up. I mean, she does work for wow. Okay, Women of Wrestling. Okay, thought so. That's what I thought. All right, Javi. Gracias, big dog. I'm not too crazy of her coming back. Look, if she comes back, oh man, it's gonna be huge, right? She's gonna get a big old pop. Everyone's gonna be all into it. I just don't know how much she can really last. I don't really see her on there for the long run. But I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. So it would be cool to see her back. But if not, I'm okay with it too. Let's see. He says, I'm not a big AJ Lee fan either. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not that big of a fan of hers. I know she was pretty over for women's wrestling at that time. But I just she hasn't been in the ring, dog. At least not with like top talent. I'm okay if she doesn't come back. If she does, I'm sure people are gonna love it, and I think the honeymoon stage is gonna be over within like 4, 5, maybe 6 months. So there it is, man. AJ Lee, possibly. We'll see what happens with that. What's up, Bessa Benny? All right, here's another one, guys. Adam Cole. Adam Cole, baby. There's talks of the WWE possibly bringing him back now that Vince is gone. Again, I did not just come up with names. I got this off of the source, Wrestling Hub. So, it's not just me making this up. Let's see. Do you vatos watch AEW? My boy Javi right here watches it a little bit more than I do. I try to keep up the best I can, man. What's up, Bless Bryan? We're just over here talking about talent that might be coming back. Reports. There are reports of certain talent that might be coming back to the WWE now that Vince is gone. And like I said, when I first started this stream right here, is Raw still had Vince all over it. SmackDown most likely is still going to have Vince all over it, and so is SummerSlam. I think we're not going to see major changes till after SummerSlam. It's hard to just change the game when you're leading up to one of your major pay-per-views. So, I'm just going off this report right here that I got from Wrestling Hub, man. They got a good source. So let's see what happens. So Adam Cole possibly coming back. Apparently Triple H is in great contact with Adam Cole. And look, Adam Cole was cool. I liked him in NXT. And the main roster, is he going to be as big? I don't know, man. I'm not really sure. Some of these guys that were really huge in NXT, the Tommaso Ciampas and Adam Cole, baby, Johnny Garganos. I don't think those guys can really be as big on Raw or SmackDown the way they are down in NXT. And that's all right. Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode was the man, Hans, in NXT. Bobby Roode was NXT, right, for a while. But it doesn't always work, and that's okay, man, because we do need to keep NXT alive. You do need some major, finger quotes, superstars of NXT to keep it alive. So we'll see if Adam Cole comes back. And if he comes back, I don't think you bring him back to NXT. I think you probably put him on the main roster just so everybody could get that big old pop, like, oh, dog, this fool's back, But at the same time, man, I don't know. I don't know how much he can really bring to the table. Let's see. Wasn't your life? Today I was going home. Live, Javi. Smash that. Hey, gracias, bless Bryan. Let me see. It's crazy how some wrestler, badass on NXT, then suck in the main roster. Yeah, man. Yeah, I had big hopes for Ricochet. In my opinion, I thought Ricochet should have stayed as Prince Puma, the way he was in Lucha Underground. Let me see. Don't even trip. It's all good. Bobby Roode was huge in Impact. WWE then uses license. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. But at the same time, I'll say this. Bobby Roode, when he hit the main roster, the vato was already 40 years old. Right? So it's I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's kind of hard to build. Let's see. Somebody else that could be coming back. Oh, here's one. And by the way, I didn't even know this vato was part of WWE. Maybe some of you guys did. But Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega was at the Performance Center for a while. And apparently, he took off because of Bill DeMott. Now, we all know Bill DeMott to be known as a big old grouch. And apparently, he was bumping heads with Bill DeMott, who is straight out, dog. He's just he's just a grumpy, mean mofo, dog. I don't know who's at fault there, Kenny Omega or Bill DeMott. I'm just saying Bill DeMott is not, he's not the easiest guy to work with. He's just not. And I'm going to be real with you guys. I had no idea that Kenny Omega was at the Performance Center with WWE. I had no idea. But if they can reach out to Kenny Omega and possibly get him to come to the WWE, I think that's huge. See, somebody like Kenny Omega, I think he can make it in the main roster. You want to throw him on NXT? That's fine. Put him in NXT for a year. After that, move him up to Raw or SmackDown, and I think that vato will do some good things. See, that guy has got it. See, Bobby Roode Beer Company. But Dean Ambrose left. You know what? And that's the thing. Let's get to that now. Jon Moxley, also known as Dean Ambrose, okay? He has came out and said that the problem was Vince McMahon. Now, apparently, he's still in good with Triple H. He still has a pretty decent relationship with him. And again, I'm just going off this report that I got today, that they might be reaching out to him to try to bring him back. If they do, that is huge. That is big. That's big time, Holmes. Big time. That's big, man. Another one is Daniel Bryan. There's talks about possibly bringing Daniel Bryan back. I'm going to be real with you guys. Me personally, I'm not a big Daniel Bryan fan. I never got it. I never understood it. I just didn't. Nah, dog. But oh well. Yeah, I'll be checking some of it out, Esabeni. See, my favorite WWE fighter. Let's see. They're allowing blood now. So he might come back. I too old to watch this match. Brutal. I don't know. You know, so word was they were going away from the PG and going to TV 14, and they did not pull the trigger on it. They were supposed to do it, and they did not pull the trigger on it. However, it looks like that's what they're doing now. But if Daniel Bryan comes back, that is huge. Not for me, because I didn't really care for the guy too much. Here's a guy that's interesting to me. Malachi Black, also known as Aleister Black. I like that dude. I thought that vato could have been the next big thing, Holmes. Maybe not, let's not exaggerate. I don't mean like the next John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Rock, Hulk Hogan. I don't mean like that. But I thought he could have been up there. I liked him. His wrestling style, the way he brings his martial arts into it, I just thought, like, hey, man, this guy is badass. I could definitely see this guy making a pretty good name for himself on the main roster. So that one was definitely interesting to me. And I hope they bring him back. Another one that was thrown out there is The Rock. Now, to come back to be a full-time in-ring performer, possibly not. But now possibly to bring him back to have him get in the ring against Roman Reigns. The possibility for that, I guess, went up. And look, I'll tell you guys this, man. If Triple H gets 100% healthy, as he can be, you put The Rock in there against Triple H, Everybody can say what they want. That match will sell. The thing is just Triple H, right? But Hunter has a good relationship with The Rock. I think with Hunter now being on the driver's seat, I truly believe we can get The Rock versus Roman Reigns, which everybody's been speculating for a long time, but it's never happened. And finally on the list, and this person, I really, really hope they bring her back. Renee Young. I really am rooting for her to come back. The rest of these fools suck. I don't even know their names. You got that one vato with the, the UK accent. I don't know his name. You got that other girl with the blonde short hair. I don't know her name. They all suck. I like Charlie. She was cool. She's gone. What's other homegirl's name? Is it Caitlyn? I don't even really know, man. To me, they're all weight levels below Renee Young. I know she started her own podcast. She's doing some good things, man. She had a child. But if you can bring her back, because nobody's holding a candle to her at all, dog. Straight out, serio, man. None of them. None of them. She had it. Capital IT. Rest of these girls and dude, they all suck. Some of them, I mean, I guess, I think her name is Kaylin, right? See, that's the thing. I don't even really know their names, dog. Every time I see them, I'm like, man, they suck. Renee Young was top dog, homie. And if there's talks about Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, coming back, I would say Renee Young will come back too. Now, on this list, according to Wrestling Hub sources, it's funny. There's names that are not on there. That kind of surprised me. Keith Lee, not on there. Braun Strowman, not on there. Bray Wyatt, not on there. You know, these are some pretty big, heavy hitters that I thought might have been on the list. But they're not on there. Out of all this list that I just named right here, okay, Malachi Black, which also known as Aleister Black, John Moxley, also known as Dean Ambrose, Daniel Bryan, The Rock, which The Rock would just be kind of like a one and done. So I don't really know if we need to bring him up. Okay, Renee Young, AJ Lee, Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, CM Punk, Tessa Blachard, and The Revival. Out of all of them, like I said, The Rock would just kind of be like a one and done. There ain't nothing really going to be happening too much with him. CM Punk, I don't see that happening, dog. I really do not see that happening. AJ Lee, I doubt it. Maybe in a Royal Rumble match, I could see that happening, but I doubt her really coming back and, you know, sticking around. Tessa Blachard, maybe, okay, maybe. But again, I don't think the WWE is going to go head over heels trying to get her. The Revival, it'd be cool for me personally. It'll be cool for them to come back. I'm not a big fan of theirs, but it does add to the tag team division, which is weak right now. It is losing. So to have a real tag team come in, I would like to see that. Kenny Omega will be badass, dog. You get a Kenny Omega in there, whoo! AEW suffering, serio. Renee Young, definitely. You get Renee Young in there, man. Kick all these other rookies, punk ass. Screw all that, dog. Renee Young kicks ass. She kicks ass at what she does. Let me see. Don't see Knox or CM Punk or Kenny Omega. Maybe not. Maybe not, Essa Benny. Maybe not. But again, we got to realize something, man. Something that AEW doesn't have. WrestleMania. As a kid, as, growing up, loving wrestling, wanting to be in wrestling, your dream is always to be at WrestleMania. Let's see. Cholo, yes, I'm a wrestling fan from way back. That's right, Timo. Let me see. Finally, we can agree Kenny Omega is already a legend. Kenny Omega, look, if WWE scores Kenny, oh man. I wonder if AEW is sweating right now that Vince is gone. I got no idea. But Renee Young kicks ass at what she does. Let me see. Just to finish off the list, Daniel Bryan. If they get him, that's huge, man. Not for me personally. Like I said, I never really liked him too much. He was okay. I'm not going to say that I didn't like him. I just wasn't, yes. I wasn't that big of a fan. I'm like, all right, he's cool. He's, whatever. He's all right. But, man, he is over. Jon Moxley, Dean Ambrose, man, that's big, dog. Aleister Black, I think, in my opinion, man, he could be a much bigger star than what he is. I mean, he's doing his thing in AEW. He was doing his thing in NXT. They moved him up to the main roster. Again, people like to blame Vince McMahon. He's not there anymore, man. Just like Roman Reigns told freaking what's-his-face. Damn it. What the hell is his name now? Money in the Bank. Come on, guys. Help me out here. Shoot. Austin Theory. Or just Theory. Just like he told Theory. Your daddy's not here anymore. So, like I said, I'm surprised I didn't see a couple of other names, man. Like, Bray Wyatt. I'm surprised I didn't see Bray Wyatt on the list. That would have been pretty huge. Braun Strowman would have been huge. He's not on the list. Keith Lee, I thought, man, I thought this dude was going to be champion, man, was going to be the man. Not on the list. You're right, Javi. Sasha Banks, not on the list. But just because they're not on the list doesn't mean that they cannot come back. Now that Vince is gone, again, we got to wait till after SummerSlam, okay? Because Raw still had Vince all over it. SmackDown still has Vince all over it. And SummerSlam is still going to have Vince all over it, man. You cannot just change everything just with the snap of a finger, dog. You're only a few days away from SummerSlam. So you got to let SummerSlam play out. After that, I'm thinking we're going to see some pretty big major changes and probably some of these names. Not immediately. But who knows? Maybe Sasha does come back. Maybe she does come back. They should be chasing her back. I agree, Javi. I agree. Sasha Banks is all that and a bag of chips, homie. What she can do in that ring. Absolutely. Who's your dad? Yeah. It, it was good, man. It was good. I want a cage match. That vato. Man, hey, so I just thought I'd come on here and just share that news. I'll get my King Kong Bundy on in the cage. Hey, so what do you guys think, man, of this list? And should there be others on the list? Because according to Wrestling Hub sources, this is the only list there is. Again, just because the names are not on the list doesn't mean that they're completely left out. But because these names are on the list, I just thought I'd come on here and touch on it, dog. And who out of this list, who would you want to see the most? Like I said, The Rock, that's just a one and done. That's nothing major. I don't to I look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Out of everybody on here, to me, it's not even a wrestler. To me, it's Renee Young. Bring her back because the rest of them suck. Shout out to all my wrestling junkies out there. Troll Choker for Wrestling Rehab. Catch you guys next time.